This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction.
Well,
perfect timing.
Yes, that's how we start this show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Welcome back to another episode of The Cake is
Starting
Alive,
strong.
everybody. Oh, we've been off for a week. We had to do something like that.
Well, lack of sleep made me really not want to do a show last week.
Yeah, me either.
God, I was so tired.
I needed to play more Assassin's Creed.
Samesies with COD.
What's that?
Samesies with COD. I played more.
Yeah, I went up to Moscow for the midnight release.
How was that? Was it as fast as the one week before?
Yes, it was. So I got a text the day before from GameStop, and they're like, your copy will be available for payoff at like 10 p.m. or something. You know, pick it up at midnight. And I'm like, okay. Like, well, last week they started taking numbers at 9 and letting people pay off. So I got a hold of my buddy that was going to go with me, and I'm like, I want to get up there early and see what they got going on and check in, got our number. We can go over to Hastings because they're having a midnight release, and so everything's 30% off. All used is 30% off.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we get up there and right at 9 o'clock and go up to the counter, and I'm like, what time you guys letting people pay off and taking numbers? Oh, we started at 6.
Started early today.
Really? I'm like, the text that I got said 10, and last week it was 9. She's like, yeah, we never know until they call us. And they're like, okay.
Go ahead.
I'm like, all right, well, I need to finish paying off my shit. I was 20. I wasn't very happy about that. But
Better.
so we went over to Hastings, and I picked up Battlefield 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5 for
Nice.
$80. And then the following day, I took them back up to Hastings in town and sold them for $100.
Oh, that's terrible.
And then last night, they had a midnight release for Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the same thing, 30% off all used. So I picked up a copy of Battlefield 4 and COD Ghost and took them back today and sold them for $100.
That's so terrible.
You're a bad person.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm not against it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But that's funny.
Sell them to me for $38. I'm going to sell them back to you for $50.
I'm surprised that they aren't dumb. That's dumb that they would let you do that. Like, they should know that. I mean, how do they not realize that you're doing that?
No.
Oh.
Different people. I had a different cashier
I
last
guess-
night as I did from today.
True that. Plus, most of the people that work there are like in high school
Right.
or early college years. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Not really any incentive to really question a customer.
Yeah.
No,
They're
no.
not the manager.
There's one guy that knows me pretty well, and when I sold him Grand Theft Auto 5 like a couple weeks back. And then last week when I sold him Battlefield 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5, he's like, "Oh, what? You didn't like Battlefield?" And I'm like, "No, I have another copy." And he's like, "Oh, you didn't even listen to me." He just thought I said no, I didn't like it. And if he would have been there today, he probably would have been like, "Didn't you just?"
If anything, I'd probably think you're a thief or something.
Yeah,
like,
right. I'd be like, "No, I got the receipt in my pocket. If you want to see it."
Yeah.
I bought it from you yesterday.
I did buy it yesterday.
I did pay for it. We were in Moscow doing it, and I turned to my buddy and I was like, would it be a complete dickhead move if I just handed it right back to the guy and was like, I want to do a buyback? And he starts laughing and he's like, yes, John, it would be a dickhead move. He's like, you need to keep me around more so you don't do stupid shit like that. He's like, it'd be funny as fuck though. He's all, I'd laugh my ass off. I'm like, saves me a trip, man.
So, we'll start with Assassin's Creed 5, I
let's start
think.
with
Since
Thomas.
both of you have played the COD. No, Assassin's Creed 5, Black Flag. It's awesome. Like,
That was 4.
it's
5.
Technically it's 6.
no, it's 4.
What?
Isn't it 4?
It's 4. It's
I thought it
Assassin's
was
4
Creed 4
because
Black
Assassin's
Flag.
Creed 3 was American Revolution. There's Assassin's Creed 2,
For some
1,
reason
2,
I
and
thought
3.
There's 1,
Sorry.
2,
2.5,
Brotherhood, Revolution,
2.75.
3, and 4. So technically it's
It's-
Assassin's Creed 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think we've had this
But it's
discussion
4.
before.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
any
Anyways.
case, 4. No, it's a nice breath of fresh air. Obviously, they do a lot of things right. Got rid of a lot of things. Changed the flow of the game a bit. it still has a few things I can complain about. They have some lame missions where you're still following people, and there is some repetitive missions, but for the most part, oh god, like upgrading, one of the greatest things is your pirate ship, and that's the upgrading system, and you can tell like a huge difference. Like I think the first bigger vessels you start taking on, it's like life and death. Like I'm sweating, like
If I don't get these
don't hit me, you'll take half my life. And then like I've upgraded my ship so much, I'm to the point where I'm like, what's up? I'm taking 2 of you on.
You're Titanicing people, just going right through.
Yeah. Well, they have, you can upgrade your RAM. You can, you can get a RAM on your ship. You can get mortars. They have just all this cool technology. You can upgrade your, harpooning fishing boats and your actual harpoons, your weapons. It's just like lots of customization, lots of upgrades, which gets the game moving as far as making you want to explore and getting all the treasure that you can get and unlock everything. You want to do the treasure maps because they give you sweet designs for the more upgrades in your ship. Speaking of which, the maps are creative that you find as far as it gives you coordinates to an island or an area, and then they just have an X drawn next to like a sketchy picture. So it's actually kind of fun. I've spent a good like 30 minutes finding some treasure on an island because I wasn't sure where it was at.
It's next to the Skull Bluff.
Yeah, the combat's been upgraded. It's same thing, sort of, but it is more difficult. No more killing 20 guys in one standoff. It's these guys. You have to react faster. Guys won't wait and swing one at a time. So you can't just dive bomb into a huge group of enemies.
Plus, I mean, I'm sure it was kind of the way in the one that was before this one, but in 3. But in the original ones, guns weren't like really prevalent. Like it was only swords. I'm assuming there's way more guns going on. So
yeah, well, yeah, and the guns they play a thing, and they also did pulled the guns with the 3rd one. As far as if you're in the middle of combat and there's a sniper trying to shoot you, you can grab a guy in mid combat and just use him as a human shield. But it's still, I think it flows better than Assassin's Creed 3. I think there's almost too many things that it wanted you to do. But in any case, the character, oh my god, it's so much better than Assassin's Creed 3's character. He's likable. He's unlike any of the other assassins. He's a scumbag, and he's out to do things for himself, at least starting out in the game. So it's just kind of like instead of this serious
family thing.
Yeah. And instead of revenge, it's him just like wanting to be rich. That's his goal. So
you can understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can relate.
Yeah.
The music, they got all authentic pirate shanties. You can collect them, and you can. It's like a CD player. You can have the crew sing different songs when you're sailing around.
That's awesome.
There's even when you go into fishermen villages or bars, there's people singing with instruments. So the environment's it envelops you as far as stuff like that goes. There's always stuff to do in the ocean. You can just run into random stuff. You can see a pirate ship getting attacked, and you can be like, well, I'm gonna go help him out, or you can just leave him to die. Actually, before I came over here, I found a white whale, so a white sperm whale. Nice. And it's kind of a rare thing, and so I gotta kill my first whale, which was the fishing's fun. That's
pretty messed up.
The shark
you
is
killed a white whale.
Yes, I did. No, and it's very graphic.
Those are endangered.
No, I know. Yeah, duh. So why do you think I did it?
Yeah, why do you think they're endangered?
Yeah, well, someone's got to save the giant squid. No,
that is true.
No, the whaling's fun. I mean, yeah, they make sure and throw in all the stuff that was controversial back then. They have slavery. They have the farms.
How many slaves are you on?
Actually, your second command used to be a slave, and your guy is kind of the I don't give a crap. Everyone's free. Oh, okay. That's the way all the pirates sound, and they're really fun to listen to. They have some great writing. Trying to think what else they've made pretty fun. Their environments. Oh, they've got a bunch of new puzzles, Aztec puzzles, and there's something on the back of my mind I'm trying to think of. Boy, I can't remember what I was gonna bring up, but it's I think it kind of breathed a lot of fresh life into the Assassin's Creed.
Well, that's good because it was getting a little stale, I think.
They don't even make you go back into the real world. But what's kind of cool is that you're first person. You're part of the company that the Templars, who they're the villains. It's not really a spoiler. They've actually gone public with the weird animus, and for those of you that don't know what the animus is, it uses a person's DNA to be able to go back and look at your ancestor's life or relive through your ancestor's life. But now they're using it to go back in people's lives and to entertain the masses as far as to live through different people's lives. But in this twist, they try to make the Templars seem to be like the good guys. They mess with the data or whatever. So you're actually playing a corporate spy who joined the company that's doing this. Funny story is that the game company that's helping them develop this is the actual game company that made Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah. And funny thing, when I first started like vegging out, and I'm sure it was maybe for an hour, they on their ePlay they have ranks of the players who play or whatever, and the first time my rank popped up, it'll just do it every now and again. I was like 161,000 or something like that. And then like an hour or two later, my rank popped up. It says rank #1 in the world. I was like, what? Like, I went and checked the leaderboards. Sure enough, I was #1 for a time as far as achievements, assassinations, unlocking stuff. So
Nice.
they kind of got a cool community too on their ePlay. If you run into a white whale, for example, and you spot it with your little magnifying scope or whatever, it'll let everyone else in the community playing know where the whale's in that area. Same with treasure chests or big convoys that are strong but have lots of loot. If you spot them, everyone in the community can actually see that. So every now and again you'll pop up your map and all of a sudden you'll see a little blue thing pop up, and that's because someone marked it for the community. So it's kind of cool. I haven't had a chance to play the multiplayer, so I can't really say anything on that yet, but all in all, it's an excellent game. And if you were really disappointed in the third Assassin's Creed but like the second one, try out 4.
Nice.
Very cool. That's gonna be. I think that's on the list for Walmart's leaked Black Friday ad, isn't it?
I'm not sure. There was quite a few stuff there.
There was a lot of stuff there.
I was actually
$35.
I was really surprised that 360 was going to be $100. I was expecting 150 like the PS3 is. But we can talk about this later.
Oh yeah. The 6 gigabyte or whatever. Yeah. We'll talk about it later. But yeah.
All right.
So,
play a little Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Ghost.
Yeah.
I think I played a little bit.
How much single player did you play?
I played the first mission. I think I played 2 missions, and I'm just starting the part where I get to use Riley.
So like 20 minutes.
Yeah, maybe in half an hour or so. Yeah. Yeah, I
didn't touch it. Obviously, I was just wondering how much you played.
I got frustrated with multiplayer a couple days in, and said, "Screw it, I'm gonna go play some campaign and just check it out." And
my first impression of the game was, God, I don't like this.
yeah.
And then I played another couple hours, just trying to force myself to get used to a new game, because I feel like I'm always that way when a new one comes out. You're so used to whatever the previous one is. And I have to say I actually enjoy it more, maybe not as much as Black Ops 1, but because that's probably my favorite, which is really weird because that's most people's not favorite. I really like that one. I don't know why.
I miss the Commando.
Yeah.
That's like it.
Oh, I'm glad. Knifing sucks for the most part. The only thing I noticed about knifing is...
In Ghost?
Like...
You're saying knifing sucks in Ghost?
I'm saying there's no stupid lunge commando shit. I have never.
Okay.
That's what I mean, like that kind of knifing. Like it's
Right.
they've downgraded it to. It's better than Black Ops 2, but not as crazy as Modern Warfare 2
or Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1.
Yeah, where you had that.
Whatever you get in that
20
sweet
feet.
spot and you just I
Right,
mean
that
your dog has
fucking-
dog has that, but
Oh my god.
Riley or whatever the fuck dog that defends you has
funny the lunge he has.
it's a dog.
Like right at the time you think would be the good time to knife, no, you're dead.
Yeah.
So you got to knife like a good second before that.
Yeah, once I got used to all the guns or the guns I was using
Yeah.
and figured out which perks I actually wanted to use.
I heard the perk system's just pretty.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's actually I'm impressed with the perk system. I'm a little less. The only thing I wasn't really impressed with was the amount of guns that there was. I was under the impression there was going to be 20 more guns than normal for some reason.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, it's a next gen game. I don't know why they. I know it's still going to be on current gen consoles, but you would think that
Right.
they would have dumbed down graphics, maybe, with more things.
Yeah.
Because it feels like there's less guns.
It does feel like there's less guns. But
They do have an extra gun category
they
though,
do have an
so
extra
maybe
category.
that's why.
The marksman rifle's got, 5 guns in it?
Yeah.
Sniper rifle's got 4.
And
Your
then there's
assault's got like 8.
and then I think
SMG's got
have
like 8. I haven't even glimpsed at the shotguns. I think there's 3 or 4.
4. There's 4.
Well,
And
maybe
there's some
that's not
riot shields.
necessarily a bad thing considering.
But the one thing I don't know, I agree with you. It probably is better. There's a lower amount of them for competitive play.
I'm sure there's lots of guns where people just were never using them, right?
I don't
Unless they
know.
were trying to do
No,
challenges.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's
you always
probably
had
true.
in Black Ops 2. You had everybody trying to get diamonds, so you had to get everything gold. So you were using them all. But I mean, even once that died down towards the end of the cycle, you still saw
Lots of different guns.
lots of different guns. I mean, when the Peacekeeper came out, everybody used the Peacekeeper, and
Well,
I
yeah, but
loved that gun.
Until
so I
they
stuck
nerfed
with
it, it was broken.
Think so?
Yes, it was a freaking laser dot.
They're all laser down.
No, but this one had low recoil.
Right.
It's an
Yeah.
SMG with high, decent fire rate with lots of bullet damage
Right, yeah.
and no
Rifle
recoil.
class. Yep.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but once I started using the Honey Badger, which I love that gun.
Really?
I love
Is there
that.
a gun called the Honey Badger?
Yes. it's-
Explain.
Okay.
All right. So,
I don't know why it's called that.
okay. I don't know why it's called that either. That's the main, like, go-to ghost gun in the campaign. But one of the things that I really like about multiplayer is certain guns have permanent certain attachments.
Yeah, which the
Which is really cool. So,
Yeah.
like the Honey Badger, and there's another one in the rifle class, have built-in silencers.
so whatever the
So you
damage.
don't have to buy a silencer.
Well, what's nice about it though is normally when you buy a silencer, it lowers all stats.
Right. It lowers
So this
your
gun
damage.
is
Well, the
already-
range and damage.
Right.
But I don't. This gun really isn't lowered. Like it does pretty good damage.
It's decent.
The range is not the. It's not very good unless you're decent with the weapon, even
Right.
with the thing. But
But it's got low recoil.
yeah,
It doesn't have much climb. It's
I would describe the Honey Badger as a large submachine gun.
yeah.
Basically, I mean it's in the assault rifle class, but
Right.
you move around and it feels like it has
It
the
feels
iron
like an
sights
SMG,
of like an MP7. But it's I don't know why it seems to be my go-to gun, mainly because maybe it feels more like other guns that I'm used to using. I'm not
Right.
sure, but I haven't had a chance to use that many guns because the currency is actually fairly hard to get.
It is.
It's not.
I haven't quite figured out how you get some of it.
You
Like
get currency
you get it for leveling up.
And you get it from doing the things the cases you pick up. If you finish one of those, you get a point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Plus your care package.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you get the point outside
So if
the
you
game.
pull off your your field order,
yes, then you get a
then
point.
you get a squad point.
Yes.
I've also noticed I get squad points when I pick up so many friendly dog tags and kill confirmed.
I have
Like
not
if
played
I
Kill
pick up
Confirmed
like
yet.
5 friendly dog tags.
Yeah, I think
then
something
it
with
tells
the
me I get a
game
squad
and
point.
domination. I think I was getting some from
Yeah,
getting
maybe
points
from-
and stuff
from
and
Captain
defending.
Flag.
Didn't they do a kind of a new kill confirmed where you gather all the dog tags and then you have to actually drop them off in a drop off area? I think
I
it's
heard
one of the
something about
new
that, but I
there's
haven't
there's a new game mode like that. Yeah, I don't actually
haven't-
remember what it's called.
played it. I haven't even seen it.
My only game mode I'll talk about right now, just real fast, since you said we're talking about game modes, kind of domination. I love domination for the most part.
Yeah.
But they really reduced the cap time, which the
Yes.
maps are fucking humongous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So literally, like, you're in a spot where you're kind of watching somebody, but someone flanks comes around the side, and you hear someone's capping your flag, and then you bolt for it, and they've capped it before you even got back to it,
Yeah.
and you're not more than 6 seconds away.
Right.
It's really fast.
And even if another things about
Which I don't
domination
like.
that I like, I don't mind that. Really, I don't mind the speed.
I feel like I'm playing a Arathi Basin, and we're just fucking trading flags all the time.
I like that. So you hear someone's capping your flag. You get over there. There's two parts to capping the flag. There's taking away the holding team's bar, and then it becomes neutral. And then there's filling their bar. So if you kill them while it's filling their bar, it stays neutral.
Are you
Which
sure?
I like. Yes. I've seen flags go neutral in domination.
Well, I've seen them go neutral too, but that might only be when it's contested. Like if you're contesting, like let's say it goes down all the way, and then there's two people sitting on the flag, it doesn't cap for anyone until someone dies. I'm assuming that's what it seems to be, because I literally will cap a flag and just run away. Like I haven't had.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, like
But
it'll go down and then it's capped and then I just run away and we're getting points. Like I haven't.
Really? No.
Notice
Every
an
time
issue with
every
it.
time I see one, it goes down and then it goes back up.
Maybe the backup's just so fast I didn't notice.
I think the down might be fast, but anyways,
I don't know.
I've noticed that a couple times.
You guys mentioned the larger maps in some of the reviews I've been
Yes.
reading, because current gen there can't be as many players, that sometimes it can be a little slow trying to find people. As far as on
I've
these
had
larger
it-
maps and with less people.
Yeah, they're definitely and they've changed some of the points too, because of that. Like the maps are so large. Kill confirmed in Black Ops 2 is 75 points to win. It's 65 in Ghost.
Oh, okay.
And I think Team Deathmatch might be similar.
It's 75
It's interesting
still.
that they're going to have
75 or
more
maybe
players in
72.
next gen, though.
Yeah, I was reading that today. Current gen consoles have 12. They don't even have that ground war mode right now, which offers 18, but that's going to be on the next gen.
Oh yeah. I guess we have ground. I assume ground mowers on both. I didn't
No,
think
it's
about
not
it.
on the.
It is on
the current
PC,
gen.
but I wish in general every game was just more people.
Yeah, that's the main reason that I wanted to play Battlefield on both. I wanted to get familiar with it and comfortable on the 360, so that when I upgrade to the one and I double the amount of people that are on the map, I'm not freaking out. Going, what the
Yeah,
hell?
it's speaking about freaking out, when I played Crank for the first time, oh my god, that shit is so fun. That is my favorite game type by far. Yeah, because the maps are so big that
What's Crank?
Cranked is basically you kill someone and you get like juiced kind of.
You get all the speed, not all, but most of the speed perks.
And then you get
and
quick
then-
guns, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you don't kill someone in 30 seconds, you blow up and die.
And you also
And
get
you
double
get-
possible points for it too.
Yeah.
If you're cranked and you get a kill, you get 200 points instead of 100.
Yeah. So it's basically like there's actually a really small map, which is it might be the smallest map I've ever played on.
Strike zone.
I don't, whatever one's really small, I don't know the names of the maps. Like literally you run like your starting zone, you run like 10 feet and you're like at each other's, like you're like, oh hey, what's up bro, I didn't realize you were going to be there in 6 seconds.
Yep.
But Cranked on that one is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're basically like, I mean once I got used to how you can actually flank in that map,
Right.
you can do pretty well because you're so fast that you just go, I'm going to go down this hallway, and I'm behind you, and then back, and I'm behind you again, as long as they don't realize what you're doing, I guess.
Right.
But it's, I don't know. The game mode is really hinders people from camping, and TDM
Yes,
people camp
that game.
heavily.
Oh my god.
Domination was okay. I was playing the other day last night with Aaron, and it was just the wrong time of night. I'm
Right.
assuming people had to work today, so that's why they weren't up late. I don't really know, but we couldn't really find a very good game. But normally domination's fine, so I've just been kind of steering clear of TDM and getting my, less team-oriented game out of Cranked, because
Right.
it's way more fast-paced. Games are like, I don't even know how long. They got to be at like
3
5
minutes.
3
They last
to
like
5
3
minutes.
minutes on average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to shoot someone and then just get roids and start running around and bah, bah, you just, I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah. No, I think when you get cranked, I think you should get quick reload. You don't have.
See, I always have that on my gun, so I haven't had that.
See, I
didn't realize it wasn't there.
I bought the strategy guide when I bought the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally cracked it open, and it was giving you tips for like cranked and stuff. And it was like, don't run any of the speed perks because you get them all when you get your first kill. And I was like, oh, that's really smart. So I should run with other shit. It's gonna help me. And so I took off fast reload, and I got cranked, and I get 3 or 4 kills, and then I got to reload. And I'm like fucking super slow, and I die every time. So
yeah, I don't know.
He just fumbles the.
Oh god! Roids, I can't handle anything.
Yeah. I really like Blitz.
I played Blitz on
like
accident
Blitz a
for the
lot.
first time the other day because I thought I picked Cranked because it's right next to it on
right.
the thing, and I had a lot of fun. It's basically personal capture the flag.
Kind of.
Basically, you have to get to the other team's area, and if you do, you get a point. It teleports you back to your area,
Yeah.
so you don't die.
You don't die.
And then you can't score again for like 10 seconds. Yeah.
So do people just defend and
You would think no.
Everyone's just running.
Everybody's fucking run. It
I was that
pisses
guy.
me off so
I was
goddamn
defending.
bad.
It was so on the map with the gas station that can blown up or whatever.
Oh yeah.
One side is really easy to defend because the path to get to it is really long,
Right.
Like from the building,
Right.
And then the other side is like 6 feet.
Oh my god, it's
and like you see them running, and you pull up your gun, and then you get like 2
They're
gun
gone.
markers, and they disappear and go back. You're like, what the hell?
I hate it when I fucking
bullshit.
I hate it when I kill somebody right as they're hitting the portal,
That happened
and
to
it
me
gives
once.
them a point, and it gives me the kill and the deny. Like, what the hell? I had that happen like 3 times in one game. I was like, you gotta be fucking joking me.
Me and someone else killed each other, which is the first time that's ever happened in a Call of Duty game.
Really?
Yeah, apparently with being on dedicated servers, I'm not really sure. Bullet damage, which is one thing I love about the game. The bullet detection, for my opinion, is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm never doing I just fired half my SMG clip, and I'm hearing the hit markers, but you're not dead.
Right.
That has not happened to me
at
all. Which is probably the reason why I like it. Why it started to grow on me so much was I realized that I wasn't having weird latency issues. I wasn't getting mad at people not dying.
Right.
There are a couple times where you look at the kill cam, you're like, motherfucker had like 3 more seconds than I did. But I think that's just it's never going to go away because that's lag compensation. But
well, yeah, you've got dedicated servers. We've got hybrid servers.
Well, I don't know what the hell we have because to me, a dedicated server is a server list and being able to pick something. But the only, I guess, so I have 3 peeves, I guess. It's domination is too fast, and then there's no latency bars at all.
Yes.
Which kind of drives me nuts, just because I'd like to know if I have 2 bars, I can leave the game and find something else. Like I don't care about the loss.
Right.
But it's hard to really know unless you almost play a full game. You're like, yeah, I was really lagging that game, unless you're rubber banding really bad. And then for consoles, not a huge deal because you guys never had this, but field of view changer. Because when you're playing on the couch, you're far enough away to where the field of view, if you extended it, it wouldn't change anything for you.
Right.
Well, on the PC, the monitor's, a 1.5 feet in front of your face. So you need something to extend out the field of view so that you're not focused until the center of the screen. It's it kind of makes it kind of how the console experience is.
Sure.
You do see more, but you're not seeing less, because right now I'm seeing less than I normally would, and it's not in the game, and people already got banned for even using a generic one that works for other games. And which is really weird because it's been in most other Call of Duty games. It was in Modern Warfare 3, it was in Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1. So I'm not really sure why that's in there, but that's been kind of an issue with a lot of people, just because it really looks different. I mean, it's almost like you cut off a little bit of the game.
Yeah,
for most people.
I don't like that there's no ping bar.
Yeah.
I love the hit detection, and it's smooth and fluid. I think they either upped weapon damage or downed health because
I think it's a little both,
maybe a little bit of both.
You die pretty fast, but that also might be the. I was thinking about it, and it feels like it's almost just a hit detection being so much better that you're dying faster because actually bullets are hitting you and killing you when they should.
It might be. I don't know. A lot of popular streamers and a lot of the competitive community got the game like before everybody else did. And so, you know, I'm seeing all of Optic's comments and some of the other large streamers. Nadeshot was complaining that he felt people died too fast. And, like, he hates the fucking game. Optic hates Ghost. They've been crying for, like, a week about it. And
pussies.
I'm down now. I'm, like, this fucking close to unfollowing them. I'm just kind of tired of it. I'm like, you make fucking hundreds of $1,000s a year playing fucking video game. Shut up, you know?
So
and but yeah, I like the hit detection. I like that I don't feel like I'm totally getting screwed in core. I don't mind playing core right now. I actually rather enjoy it because I've been predominantly hardcore just because of hit detection and lag compensation. You know, it's fucking. I feel like I've got to follow a guy halfway across the fucking screen.
And put half your clip and then he dies. And now it's like 3 bullets are dead. Some like. In Black Ops 1, there was the G11, you know, the 3-round burst gun. Bullet damage, if you hit all 3, they were supposed to die.
Right.
Never happened because of, you'd have to do 2 rounds or whatever. The 3-round burst gun in this game, every time I hit them with all 3 bullets, they fucking die.
If they're close to mid.
Yeah. If they're in normal range.
I was getting really frustrated. You wanted to say something.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, have you guys noticed any obvious like overpowered weapons or perks or
the only thing that I think is a little bit overpowered is, which I have mixed feelings about it because I've always kind of felt that maybe they were never powerful enough, but sniper rifles, the bolt action ones are one shot from like ankle up.
It's actually
or wrist up or something.
It's waist up, and it extends right about to your shoulder, right about to your armpit. I watched a video on this the other day, and then I looked it up in my
there's
in my
one that's
guide.
more than all the other ones.
The L1119 or something is like a 99 from the waist, is a 99 anywhere. But you get, with sniper rifles, you get multipliers. If you hit above the waist anywhere in the torso area, then you get like a 1.1 multiplier.
Oh, so it makes it a
one-shot kill. And then if you hit him in the head, it's like a 1.5.
Well,
so you can hit him in the head. From
they probably
distance.
love the
but you
bullet
quick scope though.
Yeah, but at the same time, you guys have been saying the bullet physics or whatever are
the hit detection. On
the hit detection's a lot better. So maybe that's why they took away quick scoping, just because.
I don't know that they took it away. I follow quite a bit of Optic on YouTube too.
I'm pretty sure they took away the auto, a little bit of the auto aim adjustment on the console,
maybe,
which is what they took away. I think.
Right, but that still doesn't mean that you can't quick scope. And
it's not Modern Warfare 2 quick scoping. It's about the same as Black Ops. 2,
and I've never. It's frustrating as it is sometimes to get quick scope. I've never really complained about it because it's a skill. It's not.
No, it's not that. It's can be decently hard. Modern Warfare 2, I felt like it was way too easy because you just kind of pulled the gun up and they die. Like there wasn't really any aiming involved other than you're in the middle of my screen and it auto aimed a little bit and it killed you. But yeah, like it definitely seems like there's more skill involved in it now. Yeah. And the only frustrating thing is certain maps, they're so big and you don't realize how big they are until you realize how many layers. You're like, oh, I'm on the outside because. You know, in Black Ops 2, there was three lanes. So if you're in the right lane, you're on the outside.
Right.
In this one, there's like 9 lanes sometimes. So like, you're a couple lanes over from the very middle, and you're like, I must be on the outside. It's my first time playing this map, blah, blah, blah. And you're running around. There's some guy up in a tower. You're like, I didn't even know you could get up there. Like, this is... Yeah. Which is good. I mean, I'm glad they're bigger, but it's been frustrating only because the maps are they're big.
They are huge for Call of Duty.
Even 9 on or 8 on 8 or whatever they are, 9 on 9.
Fuck, they're 6 on 6.
The 6 on 6,
console.
Yeah.
They're huge. I mean, the biggest. Ghost map is probably comparable to the smallest Battlefield map, or even a mid Battlefield map. I mean, some of them are
some are pretty
large.
big. My other, I don't know if it's going on the console, but on the PC, I've had a lot of problems. Some games, not every game, where I just spawn like some guy's looking at his scope and I spawn and I'm like right there. He goes, you're dead.
The spawns definitely
a little weird,
suck,
but
which is why I really like playing games like Blitz and whatnot, tactical games where you've got a point you're trying to capture or get to, because really, if you die you're going to spawn back on your end of the map.
Yeah, exactly. It really in TDM is the biggest issue with that.
And I do still play quite a bit of Kill Confirm, so that can be very frustrating.
But to be honest, all the other Call of Duty games had messed up spawns at the beginning too, and then they fix them a little bit.
You know, they'll fix them. There's already a fix that's going to be out Friday that's going to bring Search and Destroy back to public playlist.
Finally.
And
I don't play it, but people love it.
Oh, people were freaking out.
Yeah, they were.
God.
I don't know why they take something that's so popular away.
Well, they replaced it with Search and Rescue, which is still Search and Destroy, but rather than
having
dying and being out for the entire round, when you die, you drop a dog tag. And if you capture the dog tag, then they're out. But if a teammate of theirs gets that retrieves that dog tag, then they respawn.
Yeah,
that's still kind of fun.
So it takes the camper aspect out of Search and Destroy a little bit.
Yeah, and I know Counter-Strike, or people who used to play Counter-Strike, that was their tea as far as
that was the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the game mode came from.
Yeah,
right. So it's a lot of my buddies that hated Black Ops 2 love Ghosts, and they're very camper heavy players.
No, it definitely can promote that, but
oh god,
there's so many lanes though. You can flank in almost every position.
I
so
mean there's unless you got a team of campers that are communicating and doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, I've had a couple of those games where I can't go anywhere without getting sniped. But I had to change the way I played. It took me probably it's been out for 2 weeks now.
It took me about 4 or 5 hours to really get used to the new play style.
Yeah, it took me a few days. I got it and played it for an hour and a half the night I got it. Played it most of the next day.
I played till like 4 a.m.
Oh, I had to get up with my kids. I couldn't do. I played. Till
I did too.
But
that's why I was so tired, because I got.
Yeah, I thought
like
about it. I really wanted to, but I didn't. But yeah, finally last week sometime I really my mind went, okay, just slow the fuck down. It's not Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 I could run and gun and pull my gameplays that you saw, and you can't do that in Ghost.
It's gonna be road to 50.
Yeah, no shit.
Not road to 100.
No shit. I haven't even. I've had a couple good gameplays, but I haven't even really pulled anything spectacular. I mean, I don't even think I got one triple feed today.
I've had a couple of those, but it
wasn't a traditional gun triple feed. Like, I got a double kill, and then I had an IED that went off at the same time, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about IEDs yet. IEDs are basically like claymores.
Yeah, they took claymores and bounced Betty's away.
Except for it's 360.
Yeah,
and you can't avoid it.
And
slide.
I've gotten far away from it that it does damage but doesn't kill me.
I mean, when you would hit a bouncing Betty, you could go down.
Right, you can go down.
But they added the other one too, the machine that from Modern Warfare 3. Like, there's two things that you can't.
The quad rotor.
Yeah, where you no, the thing on the ground. There's like the sack that blows up, and then there's the thing that has like the shoots up in the air and then explodes.
The IMS.
IMS. Yeah, they have both of those, so it seems weird that there's two of those.
Yeah,
they're really similar.
They are similar.
Wasn't there a new maneuver?
Yeah, you can slide.
You got slide. And
how's that affected gameplay?
It's been. I go to not slide and I slide. That's kind of been because I don't know how to use.
You have to hold it to slide. You tap it to crouch.
I know, but when I'm playing on the PC, I don't have two separate things for crouch.
Right.
I have crouch hold. It's only I have it so when I hold, I'm crouching. When I let go, I come back up.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then I have the same thing for prone.
Right.
So I'll be running, and then I want to instantly crouch when I get to something, or I want to just crouch now, and I'm at full speed, and I'll just go. and then I'll be laying down. I'm like, like half lay. I don't even know what the hell it is.
Oh.
I'm not all the way laying down, but I'm
Right.
like not crouched. I don't get it.
There's times I really like it and times I really don't.
I haven't utilized it at all.
If you're sliding towards cover, you will slide further. Which was a tip I picked up on a video or something. And once I realized that, that was
it wasn't
really
in your
useful.
strategy guide?
It might have been. I didn't read that much. I opened my
Worthless.
strategy guide. I opened my strategy guide to help me determine what weapon I wanted to use because I wasn't having luck with the SMGs. I wasn't having luck with the assault rifles that I was picking up. And I was like, okay, what?
Have you been using the Honey Badger too?
I started using I used the Honey Badger first. And I hated it.
Really?
I did. I like the low recoil. I like the built-in silencer, but it wasn't giving me the damage I needed. I was pulling off on guys first, and I was dying.
Oh.
And so I needed something that if I was gonna pull first, I was gonna win.
To be honest, I'm used to such shitty latency because I play on PC, and
Right.
I'm usually playing with, I think, guys from Europe. I don't fucking know. But I would always just half my clips gone anyway, so I'm used to just spray. I'm just putting so many bolts in the
Yeah,
sun. Oh,
but
they're
I
dead.
mean-
Sweet, I can stop shooting now.
Yeah, but I mean that wasn't. I mean,
I know.
Once I pulled off early because I thought I killed the guy and I didn't, and he got me. But I was getting really frustrated. I couldn't find something that would let me beat them and win, or even anything that gave me a fighting chance if I didn't beat them. So I cracked open the book and I started looking through the weapons and the game modes and finding little tips and tricks. And I came across a weapon damage chart for assault rifles. And so I started looking at it and I was like, okay, this one does good damage and this one does good damage and this one does really good damage. And the first one they give you is like the SA-805 or something. I hate that fucking gun.
So terrible.
And it's one of the highest damaged guns in that class. And then the FAD has slightly less, and then the Remington R5 has slightly
That's
less.
like the only repeat gun in the entire inventory, I feel like.
The FAD?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's, I don't know. It's one of the things you're looking at, you're like,
So-
I don't recognize any of these guns, so they don't help me at all.
I know. So and then I'm looking at the chart deeper, and it started talking about the muzzle brakes. And I didn't realize until I read the book that the muzzle brake gave you extra damage.
Yep.
And then it started talking about burst fire. Burst fire and muzzle brake increases your damage. So, and your accuracy because you're only firing 3 rounds.
Yeah.
If you go full auto, you lose your accuracy and you lose your damage. So supposedly the SA-805, the FAD, and the Remington R5, if you put muzzle brake and burst fire on them, it's a 1 trigger pull kill from short to medium range. And then from medium to long, it's a 2-shot. And then if you're going really long with the R5, it's a 3 to 4. But the FAD and the SA-805 is supposed to be a 1 to 2 shot kill from any range. Bullshit.
Not that way.
Didn't work.
Wow.
I put it on the FAD. I put it on the SA-805 first, and I remembered how much I hated that gun. And then I went and put it on the FAD, and I went, "Oh, this isn't too bad. I like the sights." And that's another thing I was having trouble with. I didn't like any of the iron sights. And I
agree.
I predominantly
They're big.
Some of them are really big, and
You
some
pull
even
it
the
up
ones
and
that
you're
are
like,
nice.
I can't see anything
Right.
around me.
Even the ones that are nice have something like over here that obstruct your view.
Yeah.
So now I'm putting fucking red dots on everything, which sucks because then I've got to use a slot that I didn't ever use before.
Yeah.
Oh,
I lose.
So I've been using the R5 for the last couple days, and I got my KD back up to 1. And then
Pussy.
yeah, I know. I'm
like 1.3.
I'm 1.02 right now. I got a buddy who's fucking 1.8. Dude camps his ass off.
Yeah, but he's probably his little kills. Well, I guess we should probably
He's
move
got
on.
about the same amount of kills.
I think we've beat that horse.
No. I told you, an hour and a half. COD goes. That's it. No.
We can talk about it more next week after we play a little
all
more.
right. All right. So first up on the docket, some
A lot of PS4 news.
PlayStation 4 news.
Hey, it's coming out in 3
I know,
days,
it's
so
coming out in 3
there's a lot of
days.
news about it right now. How many articles did you guys actually read?
I didn't read any of them.
Okay, good. I guess I'll talk about it then. I was just talking about how like EverQuest Next might come to PS4, and the
Really?
agency might be made as a PS4 game as well. I think it's not out of the realm of reality, I guess. Not out of the reality realm, but it's not on. I don't know. They're thinking about it.
Closely resemble, it says.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say they're going to bring EverQuest next, but it'll be something very, very similar.
Yeah. Maybe, and it might, and it really
So
depends
like
on
what, EverQuest before.
No, it might not have all of the
EverQuest
environment
now.
things. But
I see
it
what you did there.
really depends on how crazy they go with the environment for EverQuest next, to see if they can even do some of the things that it needs to be done. So, I mean, because I don't know, we saw the video, obviously, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked what they were trying to do is kind of revolutionary for that kind of genre. So
Yeah, MMO,
It might not-
EverQuest, or
yeah.
not EverQuest, but MMO Minecraft.
basically, yeah, kind of. But so that game's going to be very popular, so I thought maybe people want to know about it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I might play it.
Or
Probably not though, because I've swore off MMOs.
have you?
Yeah, I'm not
It's
sure
never
if this
been
was a
my
huge deal, but the fact
I'm excited. I'm excited about this.
no, I mean, like I don't know if I haven't heard anything about people like, is Raymond gonna be a next gen? Like if they were complaining about it, I'm not actually sure.
I don't think.
But,
it's major enough or hardcore enough that
Yeah,
people are worried about it. But I mean, I was holding off buying it on current gen because of everything else that was coming out.
Yeah, but now if you
So
can,
because I can pretty much guarantee you, I will buy very, very, very few 360 games over the next year. I probably won't buy any.
probably just ones
but-
if your son had one that
Right,
you were gonna play with
maybe,
them,
and I
maybe.
can find it cheap.
Yeah,
But everything's going to be on next gen from here on out. So is a game that's still on my list to play.
it's very fun.
I'm
I haven't finished
excited.
it yet, but it's very fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those games where it was a lot longer than I was expecting it to be, which was nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't complaining about it, but it was fun. Oh, what do we got next year?
Loading. Hands-on Assassin's Creed 4
Oh,
remote play demo.
We haven't actually. I haven't actually seen if there's latency issues, that kind of stuff. Basically, you'll be able to play, game from your console to your Vita, over Wi-Fi, or
Right.
even just connecting to each other now. Like
Right.
they just kind of just released that.
I saw a video today of them doing that with Battlefield 4.
Oh, okay.
It's remote play as
And
well.
it looks really good. I mean, they're basically just sending an MP4 file, I think, to the thing, and then you're in the controls. But it shows the TV, and there's
Right.
literally no latency
Yeah, it
at
looks
all.
pretty.
But I'm assuming the controls are a little. How do you do? I've always been curious how you do the second bumper. Is there a second bumper that I don't know about, or is it like the touch on the back?
I haven't even looked at a Vita, so I couldn't tell you.
It sucks.
I don't think there was a bumper on the PSP Go or the PSP, but I'm not sure.
Well, they added the touch on the back, so maybe can work
Maybe
as a
that's it. I don't know.
bumper. I'm not sure. Anyways, this might be one of the selling points that makes me get a PS4, only because I don't know.
Why?
Because
You'd have to get a Vita too.
I know, or a Vita TV. I could get both and almost spend the same amount of money as I would on the 360. So.
What?
They're only like $120 for the cheapest version of the Vita, the
Really?
new ones. Yeah, the newest one they just released.
Hmm.
I think for like no memory card type thing.
Right.
But I don't know. With having a kid and maybe wanting to be quiet, or girlfriend wants to use the TV, or kid wants to watch the TV and I still want to play something.
Yeah.
It's called a PC.
I agree, but sometimes you got to be in the living room.
Yeah.
Sometimes girlfriend wants you to sit with her and not be on the computer. I don't
But
know.
you playing a
married, but
handheld is
Get
just as
married, it'll
good.
go away.
Oh god, I don't think so. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's fucking really. Yeah.
So PS4 to launch with limited voice command.
Yeah, it's kind of been their MO for a lot of the things that are already going to be on the 360 or the Xbox One when it launches. The cloud computing, all that extra stuff that's already
Right.
going to be there. It'll be there eventually. So, just if people were really wanting
I
a lot of
haven't
voice
even-
commands at the beginning,
I haven't even heard anything about voice commands on the PS4. So
they're gonna be similar to the Xbox One, to be honest. But
Right.
you have to have the
you got to have the eye.
Yeah.
or the whatever they're calling it, move the camera that
Yeah.
doesn't come with it. That's
$100
say
bucks.
it's gonna cost 60.
Oh, 60? I thought it was
But-
100, but yeah, well, people
We'll
are,
see.
whenever a company changes their terms of service, everyone freaks out, and people were freaking out that they weren't going to be able to trade their games anymore, sell them or do whatever they
That's
want.
what they were freaking out about.
And they're like, well, there was a little bit of wording that's like, you can't do this unless we tell you that it's okay. And if the developer says it's okay to us, we'll tell you it's okay. And then they're like, no, it's okay. We're just letting you know that, God forbid, one developer is like going to be weird about it. They have the right to do it,
Right.
but no one's going to do it. No one. I don't think any developer is really going to say that.
that update dropped today, didn't it?
I think so.
It would not let me watch Netflix until I accepted that update today.
Well, maybe they updated Netflix. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, I can't watch Netflix on my Xbox without a gold membership, so.
Yeah. I thought that was gonna happen today, and I just damn near freaked out.
Oh, you're gonna have to buy PSN.
I thought I was gonna have to buy PSN to fucking use Netflix, and I was like,
No.
well, my PlayStation just
That
became a paperweight.
That still drives me fucking crazy about the Xbox. I would plug mine in just for Netflix, but since I don't actually play online games, so it sits
Right.
in a drawer, not like apart.
Yeah. So yeah, I wonder if I wonder if that will change. I wonder if I'll have to have a PSN Plus membership.
I'm pretty sure they said you still won't.
Okay.
For the stuff you already didn't need to,
Right.
it's just going to be for playing games
It's just
online.
gonna be for online.
Yeah.
Plus their
Infrastructure.
monthly free stuff and
Yeah.
whatnot. So
People
this is kind of I saw something about this earlier today.
people are dumb. They don't. Okay, so a 500 gig hard drive is unformatted. That's the space. When it's formatted, it's 465. I have it on my computer. I look just to make sure. It's around that. It's different for every hard drive. It could be more, could be less. And then there's going to be an operating system that's going to be 20 to 30.
Right.
I would assume less than that, but they're taking up more space. It seems like on these next gen consoles than I was anticipating comparatively to the other consoles. But yeah, you're going to have about 409 or something like that after the OS ended up being formatted. Apparently, people didn't realize that's how things work. But
yeah, no, I think I never think about it.
I didn't think about it either.
I mean,
but once I heard, I wasn't like
when I bought my
pissed about it.
500 gig hard drive for my Xbox. And I plug it in and it transfers my profile over and the operating system, and I've only got 460 or something. I'm kind of like, what the hell? And I never think about it.
Yeah,
it's frustrating because you're
buying
buying 500, you want 500, but
yeah,
no, it makes total sense. You just have to sit and think about it, and I think a lot of people don't think about it.
I wonder why they just don't. Well, I guess it'd be more expensive, but just add like the memory necessary for all the the confusion.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Or just calculate and be like, it's actually 465 extra space. That way you don't get people.
It's kind of like the same reason why tax isn't already included in every price that you see on the shelf. It's because they want you to think you're getting something more than you are.
Right.
What's funny is a little tangent, I guess. But when I was in Europe, in Germany, tax was included on all the prices, and it was all even. Like it was $50. Just how it was.
I don't understand that comment. Maybe you do.
Oh yeah, he's just talking about the why you lose all that from formatting.
Okay,
I think.
Sorry, we're looking at a picture. Also, why is Terry on a horse? He's an angel.
You can get mounts.
He can fly.
You would think that his mount would just be his wings flying.
Yeah.
I guess at a faster moving speed,
or make his wings bigger and then he's floating.
I guess segue to we were pretty much done with that anyways. That was the PS4 news. It comes out in 3 days. It's $400. If you haven't already pre-ordered one, you're not getting one yet. So most likely not until probably around maybe Thanksgiving time or later.
I bet you January is going to be
no, they're going to have some in stores that aren't pre-ordered. Oh yeah, they're going to have some in there, maybe 10 to 15 probably at Walmart for the Thanksgiving after the Black Friday.
Right.
Okay. So I was reading a little about sorry, I'm changing the subject to what we have in front of us. Heroes of the Storm. I don't know if
news from BlizzCon this last weekend. I guess if people don't know, it's Blizzard Entertainment's
MOBA.
con that they do for themselves instead of it being a Comic-Con. It's only about Blizzard. One of the games is a MOBA game that they've been talking about for 5 years called Heroes of the Storm, and this actually has some detail about the game. And
cinematic is
it's a cinematics right here.
Well, right there.
That's what it is. The cinematic's cool. They had this at the opening of BlizzCon, which
people freaked.
Dude, there was a guy at work that does not play video games that knew what BlizzCon was because DirecTV had commercials on Audience like every, I don't know, 10 commercials for this. It's pretty cool. And Blizzard does terrible cinematics, so.
Oh, horrible. God awful ugly.
Come out, wherever you are.
Nova.
Yeah. What is she in this game?
Really?
We already have one ghost. Her name's Kerrigan. I love the music too.
Very unlike Blizzard.
Oh, it is actually a little bit.
But great. 80s butt rock.
Yeah. Oh, it's more like.
Oh yeah, because she can fend off.
Arthas.
I'm nerd raging, but. That's so sick.
I know.
Oh, shit.
Nuclear launch detected.
This actually, it's like they took a book out of Borderlands, kind of like humor and style, not like style of art, but almost like how they put it together. I feel like that's something that I would see from Gearbox.
No,
I don't know.
And, you know, I think it's the attitude that they're leaning toward this game because it's ridiculous. They're taking all the different sci-fi elements that they've created and just throwing it in a pot as far as how else do you think they're going to act, you know, upon seeing a demon or an alien or something like that. It's fantastic. You know, they're going to make it as ridiculous as possible, you know.
Yeah. One of the I think I was talking about earlier. One of the biggest differences is your tower runs out of bullets. So like that's why the games are so fast, because eventually the tower just stops. I mean, you can defend it yourself, but like the creeps stop getting killed from that tower. So you'll just kill the tower. I don't know if you played very many MOBA games. Basically, there's usually 3 towers and then some sort of thing to kill, and then you can kill the main nexus or whatever the hell it's called in that game. And normally the towers, they just if anything's in range, they shoot it infinitely. In this game, they're going to run out of bullets, run out of whatever. So it should be pretty cool.
So apparently that song was from Level 90 Elite Tauren Chieftains.
Oh, that makes more sense now. That makes way more sense now. Yeah. But it should be fun. Definitely different than other MOBAs, but
I've noticed they're shying away from in most MOBAs you kill creeps, get gold, and upgrade and buy items to make your character more powerful. But upon reading it, it looks like as you level up, you're actually just going up different skill trees, and you can create your character.
You don't level up individually; your team levels up.
Yeah, and leveling up as a team too. So that's kind of
if one player performs incredibly well, and
the whole team will share that.
Team shares in that glory,
which will definitely make it more pub friendly, maybe for someone that's like just stomping everyone, but the rest of the team is just really low level, and you end up losing the game at 30 minutes because everyone else is terrible. Or, you know.
Well, and the games are supposed to be shorter, 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, the map's gonna be smaller too. The distance from like spawning to like mid is gonna be like 7 seconds or 8 seconds.
Yeah,
not very long. But
it looks like it could be fun though.
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to control those guys, and I think it'll be casual enough to where everyone will, you know, like I'll probably play it, but not but serious enough because it's a MOBA game that maybe everyone will try it. I don't really know. I'm sure people will play because it's a Blizzard game.
Sure. So
More Blizzard.
yeah, the next World of Warcraft expansion's already in development.
Warlords of Draenor.
Well, the one after the one they've already announced is what they're talking. Like basically, right? I think it's the next one's going to be the 5th one, right? I believe so.
Burning
I don't know.
Wrath.
I'm sure James will tell us in chat.
Yeah, it's 5th.
Yeah. So they're already starting to work on the 6th one, which is unheard of for Blizzard.
Huh.
Basically, they've realized that their super long development cycles are good for certain things,
Right.
maybe for like a sequel, but not for like an expansion of a game. Like they need to be quick, or
Right.
people lose interest after everything.
Especially with the quality games that other developers are putting out now.
Yeah. When we were waiting for their games, they were kind of the top tier, almost by themselves with the style of game they were doing, and now
Right.
they're not, because it's getting easier to develop games as the programs that people release to do them on are more public. So I don't know. I'm not going to buy it, but it's cool for people that still play it because it's nice to not be sitting in Ironforge waiting for the week to end. So you can
Yeah,
play again.
and they did
Right.
announce, because the graphics are obviously dated, they did announce
Updated.
updated skins of
Character models.
the races. Yeah,
Yeah, I
models.
saw that. I did.
So
see
that'll add a nice fresh coat of paint.
Yeah. And then Diablo 3 news, I guess, since we're there now. More BlizzCon stuff. They added adventure mode, which is basically you're not going to be doing a story mode at all. It's just going to be kind of choose your own adventure, go wherever you want. They're going to have not like endless maps, basically like a randomly generated dungeon that has nothing to do with the game, that has anywhere from like 3 to 10 levels and a boss at the end with unique loot.
Well, that'll add gameplay.
Yeah, that's
value.
something that's already in Path of Exile, which is kind of funny. I'm sure that all
Sorry,
this,
it's not. Some of us can't play Path of Exile, so
No, I
know.
no, I'm just saying like I'm not saying they copied Path of Exile because, to be honest, half the stuff's always in development for like years before we even hear about it.
and technically, you could say all dungeon crawlers copied off Diablo 1. I mean, it's
Yeah, definitely.
We don't do that here, though. So
No,
So is that's
that's going to be part of the expansion.
But this is strictly for PC at the moment.
No.
Is this coming to consoles
this
as well?
is going to come to consoles, as far as I know, because
it'll be whenever the expansion's released.
Yeah,
Really?
On whatever you're
so
playing.
it'll go across all platforms.
I'm
At the
assuming.
same time.
Well, I don't know if they're going to get released at the same time because, I mean, although it seems to me that the console version is, well, now that it's released, the development for it shouldn't be much different.
Not to mention, the success of the console release
Yeah.
was.
They
pretty-
have not given a date for release, so that
Okay.
means that we still got plenty of time for it to be released for both. I'm assuming it'll be across all platforms at the same time. If they didn't, they'd be really dumb. And it's just going to be part of the expansion. So whatever you're playing on, if you get the expansion, it should be part of it. Hopefully they include PvP, some sort of even just dueling system, because that...
Yeah, and don't even worry about balancing.
No,
honestly.
it's one of those things where none of us assumed it was going to be balanced. In Path of Exile, there's PvP, there's a couple different game modes. It's not balanced around PvP at all. There's certain things that are broken as shit. It doesn't matter, because it's supposed to just be fun.
In Diablo 2, they didn't worry about PvP balance.
Well, yeah, all they did was dueling, though. They don't even have that in Diablo 3 yet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there was.
It was.
Yeah, there was
It's not like it was part of the release. Like,
Right.
it wasn't like on the website saying it's going to be PvP or anything on
Right.
the release. Like it's. So apparently the Xbox One name is a lie. It's not going to have everything in
Who
one.
the fuck cares
That's why I
about
put this in
3D compatibility?
No, that's the one
Who
reason
the
why I was
fuck
going to get an
cares?
Xbox, too.
Dude,
Bullshit.
I have so many 3D movies, and I was hoping games were going to be in 3D with my
God,
Oculus
what am I
Rift.
going to do with my 3D TV I don't have? Fucking who cares?
Hey, to be honest though, if you buy a TV now, it's just gonna have 3D usually because you don't have an option. But I saw that.
Really?
Out. Well,
I thought you still had to buy a special 3D TV.
No, what I mean is eventually all like most.
You think you really think the
It's
entire population's going to transfer over?
Now,
you think they're going to force
now I have a
us to?
question.
I think
Does,
the technology is going to get cheap enough where it's just going to be in TVs.
You think 3D will be the norm eventually?
Well, I mean, having internet apps on your TV is now a norm, and it was super expensive to do it before, and you had to have like an extra box.
Yeah.
So now I'm assuming it might take years.
Eventually, it's gonna be a norm.
Basically, really? Yeah.
Yes.
If you spend enough money now on just a normal TV that's big, it just has 3D.
I thought 3D movies were gonna die out again after Avatar, and well,
I was hoping they were gonna die out.
Me too. Actually, I was curious. Does the PlayStation 4 have 3D capabilities?
Well, the PlayStation 3 does, so I would imagine the 4 would.
The console that was released 6 years ago has 3D technology.
How's that make you feel?
It was an update.
Yeah, the fact that you can just update it.
It was an update. So there's nothing that says that Xbox One can't update down
I know.
the road.
I'm sure they will.
And they even said that it's a possibility, but I don't fucking care.
I don't either.
I
But
really
some
don't.
people do.
Really?
Some people do.
They want more bang for the buck.
Are there troll comments in here? Oh, here we go.
Oh God, probably.
Truly a shame for the 10 people in the world that actually use 3D on their TVs. Yes.
Applause to whoever that said.
I can't vote up.
That's a great first line. Exactly what we're saying.
It was
Who
never
gives a
going
shit?
to be the only one machine in my living room anyway, since it doesn't play Nintendo 64 cartridges.
I remember putting on glasses to play Batman Arkham City in 3D.
And lo, upon hearing the news,
Did
the
you
gaming
really?
world
Yeah,
let out a collective.
they came with
meh.
it.
I love these
You
comments.
have a 3D TV?
No. It literally there's the Xbox 3D.
Like the red ones, like the
No, yeah, there's special glasses you put on, and you just switch the mode on City, and you had a 3D. It looked weird when you didn't have the glasses on. Like it would do the like weird kind of double blurry
yeah, a
vision
little
unless
blurry.
you were wearing the glasses.
That's funny. This was a troll article. I don't care either. I literally have seen 2 multi-plane movies, as I would like to call it, because they're not actually, half of them aren't actually 3D.
Right.
And that did was give me a headache and watch something through a scratched glass. I swear to God, when you go to the fucking theater and you watch those things, every single one you pull out, because they're like 3D glasses in this random box that you're just throwing in, the pocket gets scratched, who gives a shit?
Right.
And you pull one out and you're like, there's just a fucking scratch, and you're like, oh sweet, let me try. No, it's just gonna be in my face the whole time. Let me go replace them. Oh, you don't give a shit about any of these. Can I have my money back? Could I watch it on 2D? No option? Shit. Okay, I guess give me a scratch.
Although
one.
Gravity in 3D was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
I'm not saying it can't be a good gimmick for movies that are supposed to be decent movies already. I just hate it when it's in movies.
I still think it's a gimmick, and I don't think it's gonna stick. I don't.
Hey,
think it's
if
gonna
The
become
Matrix
norm.
1 had 3D, it'd still be a great movie, but it'd just have cool 3D. But they don't do that. They make shitty movies and put 3D and say it's really good because it looks really good. Anyways, that's movies. We're playing games here.
60-inch Vizio TV for $700.
So Walmart's Black Friday ad finally leaked today.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's
60. We got a 60-inch Vizio 1080p smart LED TV for $688, which is a really good deal. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, that's like $1,000 TV.
COD Ghost is going to be $40.
God, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Xbox 360 is gonna what is it, 6 gigabyte or 4 gigabyte?
Hey, it makes you feel
the
better.
new,
They
the
open it-
brand new version is gonna be $100.
What's funny is
Yeah, they open at like 6
at night.
p.m.
Well, they always open at 6 p.m., but Black Friday doesn't normally start until fucking Friday.
Right? No, they did this last year too. Everybody.
No, it's so funny. Like first, it was Friday at like 9 in the morning, and then after 10 years, it was 5 in the morning, and now it's the day before
the day
at 6
before.
p.m.
Yep.
Like, dude, Black Friday is going to start on Easter in 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't like Black Friday.
I don't either, but
Well, I've always got to work the next day, so I'm up anyways. So I might as well go get some fucking bargains while I'm up. So I've gone the last couple of years in a row.
don't know if I have anything to buy.
Yeah, I don't. I was looking at the games list, and
I may go buy Diablo 3 again.
Depending on where my finances
If you
lie,
buy
I might go buy 5 or 6 copies of Battlefield 4 and take them up to Hastings and make $25 a piece off them, double my money.
Buy me a Ghost and I'll pay you if you're there.
Let's see. That's gonna be Thursday at 6.
Okay.
I will be working, so I won't be going.
Heck, I'll give
Actually,
you a $10
bought
tip.
I'll give you
I bought that
$10
cheaper
extra.
yesterday than I can at Black Friday. I bought it for $38 yesterday
because of the discounts.
because of the 30% discount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
no,
hate-
there's definitely some good deals. The only thing that really bums me out is I don't see any next gen deals.
Because they don't have any problem. Maybe that's the
They
problem.
will by
Maybe-
Black Friday.
Oh, you mean games or
Yeah, anything. Well, okay, we've got the consoles up here, but they're regular price.
I assume that was the next gen game they were selling.
No, these are all current gen games, and it even your list is right here: Xbox 360, PS3, DS, Wii, PC, Wii U, 3DS. There's nothing
Maybe a
here.
revised copy of this will get leaked by
That's
Black
what I'm
Friday,
wondering. I'm
and-
wondering if maybe they'll update it.
Honestly, they might not have. Maybe they don't have the box pictures for them. I have no idea.
They're the same. Everybody's got the box pictures for them.
Hmm.
The only difference is the logo up top.
Yeah, well, you got a different logo.
It kind of surprised me. It kind of does. It kind of doesn't.
I mean,
I'm surprised that Ghost is going to be $40.
the one thing about the Walmart prices that might work now is if you were to buy them right now, Walmart has their thing where if it's a cheaper later, then they'll give you money on a gift card. Like, does that count towards their own fucking prices on these random things? Like, if I buy it now and then they're cheaper on Black Friday, can I just go get money back?
Oh, I don't think so.
Because I hate Walmart. I would love to fuck them over that way.
I don't think so.
Although I'm
but
not really fucking them over, I'm giving them extra
I hate
money.
the people that shop at Walmart.
I would believe you could still
I
take.
don't-
I would believe you could still take anybody that price matches. I would believe you could take.
Well,
their,
Walmart's really pushing their thing on TV where if you buy something now and then there's a cheaper price later in their store or somewhere else, that they
Oh, really?
will give you money back on a gift card.
They might.
So that's interesting.
Oh yeah,
thing.
gift card because they still get the money either way.
Well, I know, but I get more shit.
Right. Apparently, you don't have to work that night.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, we are closed on Thanksgiving. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you are.
Yep. Let's see what else we got here.
Okay, so back to COD Ghost here. We've got some.
Oh, good job. You put that there.
Yeah,
You put it in the wrong spot,
No, I
loser.
didn't.
Should have been up next to our COD discussion.
Well, that was
I remember my
our
first time
open
adding-
discussion.
I know, I'm just kidding.
This is our official news.
So this
Why-
has side by side.
Fuck off. Yes.
Dude, Call of Duty is a very mature game
Well, it
that
didn't
you need to
make
be.
me do this at home.
Well, it's because this computer
Because I
isn't
was
used very
fucking
often. I don't know what to
signed
tell
in.
you.
And then,
Yeah, that's
it's
probably
not
why.
going to give me an ad. Ha 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 ha. Well, you don't need sound really, but I'm going to put it on anyway.
Did we
So,
watch, or was this a
so
compression
it was
mixture?
confirmed. No, we did for Battlefield.
Oh.
So it's confirmed now that it is running at a native 720p, upgraded to 1080p on the Xbox One, 60 frames per second. It's running at native 1080p, 60 frames per second on the PlayStation 4.
Natively at 1080p, whereas the Xbox One upscales from 720p. But what does that mean in terms of real-world experience? Looking at them side by side, the difference is noticeable. But if you pick up one version and then come across the other, are you going to kick yourself? Probably not.
To be
Fucking did that to me earlier.
to be honest though, it
The only thing I really noticed different was color palette.
there's a certain distance away from TV where 720p and 1080p
Right.
matter. And most people's living rooms, I don't even know if they're small enough to even tell the difference most of the time.
Right.
I also, on IGN's review, they did say that the single player was stuttering, and or it had frame rate issues.
That's what I'm getting to right here with the next article. They were having some dropped frames and frame rate issues with PS4. They didn't report any of that in the Xbox One, so it's running smoother.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
And,
that
it
would.
wasn't just the campaign; it was multiplayer as well. So it was in general.
Huh. Maybe they'll have to
Um,
patch something or figure something out for
And
that.
even though we're creeping into the next generation, we're not gonna see any true next gen titles for like another year.
I mean, nothing's
these are all-
optimized. Nothing's optimized.
Yeah,
at
nothing's
all for these.
optimized. I mean, they started making these games for current gen, and then halfway through their cycle, they get next gen specs and next gen consoles that they can start testing, and so I mean, right now we're getting crossover titles. So I'm not terribly surprised.
I'm a little disappointed that it's got frame rate issues on the PS4. It's like,
Yeah.
Dad, is this not a big enough upgrade for you guys?
Maybe.
Like, it seems
Yeah, I don't
weird.
know. I don't know.
It's
like
probably
I said, I think it's-
optimization, but
I think it's just like I said, we're not truly into the next gen quite yet. So
no. But I don't know. I recommend the game to anyone. I think it's fun.
I think it's a blast. It's like I said, it took me some getting used to. I had to change my gameplay
No, it's
style.
definitely the movement is different. Bullets are different.
It feels so much cleaner and so good. I'm really excited to see how it feels on next gen. I have noticed a bit of lag here and there, and like I said, on consoles we're getting hybrid servers, which means it finds the best experience for you, which could be a dedicated Activision server, or it could be a listen server, which is your peer-to-peer. And damn near every game I play is peer-to-peer.
Well, it's where we live,
which still allows for the host to dashboard and drop a game. We were playing around a blitz today, and we're up like 16-3, and fucking host dashboarded out and dropped the game. Fucker. There's like 2 seconds left too. I was pissed.
Yeah, that's dumb.
But yeah, what's your favorite gun?
Honey Badger.
Honey Badger. I already said that.
Is that?
That's my favorite gun I've used so
that's your
far.
favorite.
I did pick up I don't even know what the fuck it's called. It's one of the last assault rifles that has the built-in.
The ARX.
It's white with
built-in
the
laser.
I picked that up,
and I in space.
And I actually really enjoyed.
I enjoy it. It just doesn't have the knockdown power for me.
I felt like it did, but honestly, compared to the Honey Badger, though, the Honey Badger has a low bullet damage. It just fires really fast.
As far as assault rifles, I'm digging the Remington R5.
I'll try that out.
I don't like the fire rate's a bit slow, but it's got the knockdown damage. I'm really liking it. And then just yesterday and today, I started playing with the marksman rifles, which you can take their scopes off and swap out for iron sights. You can put a red dot on it. You can put any of the assault rifle scopes on it. So you can put the thermal hybrid, the normal hybrid, the ACOG, the tracker. The tracker sight, which the only thing I like about the tracker sight is the iron sight. So if you want to change your iron sights, so I started messing around with that and putting the muzzle brake on it and putting burst fire on it because they're 2-shot kills.
Yeah, let's come over and play maybe.
And I really like them with.
You're tomorrow. You're tomorrow, don't you?
I'm really liking them. I find that I'm winning a lot of gun battles that I probably shouldn't win because it's a heavier rifle to get up. But it's a 2-shot kill. Maybe
next week, Tom. Yeah. Like Sunday or something, Monday.
Yeah. No, totally.
So you can experience it.
So our NBA 2K14 throwdown.
Oh yeah, I don't know when we're gonna do that.
When do you want to do? You want to do that launch day, or do you want to do that like the following week? Do we want to make that the following week's Cake is a Lie, or do we want to make it something separate?
Probably something separate, because I don't even know how the hell we would set that up for. I don't know if these webcams will work with actually playing the game.
Well, you'd have to come over and look at my setup.
Well, what I mean is I don't have a HDMI in on the computer, so we'll probably shoot for a separate thing, and then maybe we could make like a funny clip thing and play it on the show or something, and then just have a full YouTube video or something.
Okay.
We got the new website. The new website should be up, I think, in a week or so. For Time Spent Poorly, it went down. I don't actually know what happened specifically, but
it's there was some harmful stuff.
Yeah, something bad happened.
The way he like that was inside. Yeah, it wasn't really his. It wasn't no one's fault. It was just.
Yeah, so he's in the middle of rebuilding it. He showed me it when I got here, and it looks pretty cool. It'll be way more user friendly. We'll be able to. I think we'll be able to have everything there, so we won't have to be like, go here for this and this for that. It'll be like, you want everything, just go to the website and click on some tabs, and you can get live stream or YouTube or videos or specific shows. It'll be a lot better. Nice. So probably in a couple of weeks, shoot for that, and then it'll be good.
I think that's it.
Oh yeah, I'm SC Sampson,
Johnny525,
Doubting Thomas.
We will see you all next week.
Peace out.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because